post it right on the page for you all. I know you were excited to hear about this really amazing free opportunity about manifesting. And it goes hand in hand with raising your vibration. When you are working on manifesting, you need to keep your vibration really high. So, yeah. So I had the amazing opportunity to work with Patricia Diesel, and I'm still working with her. I was introduced to her through a friend for this 369 manifestation free webinar that she offered, and I was absolutely blown away. When I took the course, the first hour, I really was able to look at things differently and how I was approaching manifesting. And I needed to learn more. So since then, Patricia and I have been working very closely together. And I'm thrilled that she decided to take this opportunity and offer it out to all of my friends here on Raise Your Vibration. So just a little bit about Patricia. She is a leading organizing expert and lifestyle coach. Her proven strategies and life-transforming lessons help restore tranquility and a sense of order to people's lives. Patricia loves to educate and inspire people on benefits of being organized and living healthy, conscious lives. So I am so happy that I have you here tonight, Patricia. And if you can tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you came across this 369 manifestation technique.
Sure. So talk about being blown away, right? I was totally blown away, and I'm really skeptical about things, especially when it comes to the law of vibration and the law of the universe and, the law of attraction, all this kind of laws out there, right? And I heard the 369, I was like, well, that catches my attention, because I don't know if you know this, but I think I educated you and my audience last time that 369, the manifestation was invented by the inventor, Nikola Tesla, I think it was, right? And he believed that you can manifest with these numbers. 369 are powerful numbers. And ever since then, it started to become like, you would hear about it, read about it, this and that. Next thing you know, it's all the rage on TikTok. This manifestation, how do we manifest with 369? So I checked it all out. I was introduced to it. I actually did it. And I will teach you in the free webinar exactly how to do it, what I did, like you were taught and you experienced it yourself. And I was really blown away by my results. So when we say blown away by your results, what do you really mean? Well, what was so interesting for me, what was really blowing my mind was the fact that it actually helps your brain find things, okay? Because when you apply this method, your brain absorbs what you're trying to do and actually starts looking for the things that you'd like to manifest. But there's a method, there's a method to it. So I don't want to give it away because I'm going to teach you this in the free webinar, right? But here's the dealio, that all about vibration, it's about keeping your energy high, right? But in this particular situation, it's about creating and following a method for yourself, creating some affirmations. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. And then understanding the power behind these numbers, 369, how to apply it in this method. And then we do this for a length of time. And then you watch through this length of time what happens. And then you record it and you take your notes and so forth. And for me, after the time element was passed, I couldn't believe the results I was getting. So, tell me a little bit about what did you like the most about 369 for you?
It definitely helped me stay really focused on what I wanted rather than what I didn't have. And it helped me really to become crystal clear on what it is that I did want. So, and I have seen some really incredible changes in my focus. Definitely more focused on and see where I'm going and what I really want. So I thought it was amazing.
So with this method, it really helps you stay super focused. And when we know this, the law of attraction states this anyway, when you really stay focused and you take that aspect of it and you parlay it with aligned action, that's when you actually start to see your manifestation. Okay. So it's one thing to say, I have this hope and I have this dream, right? And I have this wish, but everything has to be backed up with action. And so this method, the 369 method, combines the two. It helps you stay really super focused, really clear on what you want to manifest, and then go about it in this particular order. And there is order to the universe. So when they say 369, the power behind the numbers, there's also order to the numbers, right? And you're going to learn all about that in the free webinar.
And I have to say, I've taken many a free webinar before, and it's usually just like real kind of basic, not enough to get you started. And it's like, and then they kind of want you to get into something further, which is obviously going to cost money. And this was probably one of the first webinars I've been to. I actually, if I didn't do anything else after that, I really walked away with something. And that's what I was super impressed with. So I think this is a great opportunity for people. I think it was an hour we spent on Zoom, and not a lot of time to really get a wealth of knowledge. You really chock full in that short amount of time. It was amazing.
Yeah, thank you. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, present live. I'm also going to give you a PowerPoint where everything will be explained to you. The method, you won't walk away with questions in your head. If you have any questions, I certainly will answer them. I'll give you as much information as possible. And then, I will follow it up with something if you want to work afterwards, like Chris worked with me to actually apply the method. If you're interested in that, that's fine. I will put that out there, but this is a free webinar. You'll get all the information that I possibly can give you. And I think you're going to love it because it's really, really fascinating. Look, can you do this on your own? Of course, when I'm done sharing it with the webinar. But the goal afterwards is if you really want to get serious, like Chris is a serious student, and that's why we're working even further together. As you know, I am a coach, and I've been doing this for over 25 years. I help, women and men, but predominantly women, really, clear out the clutter emotionally, mentally, physically, and get on with their life and what they want to do. And this is just one avenue. This is just one step that we take to help ourselves, create a better life for ourselves. Like, especially if you're looking to manifest something, right? If you're working with time management, you have clutter, you want to just be more focused. This is one step that you take. It's not a magic pill. It's not the bullet, overnight. It's a method that you learn, just another step with the law of attraction to find your way. And if you like it and it piques your interest, then you're like, oh, I want to learn more. And Chris is a perfect example. She's like, I really like that. I want to learn more. And the more results you get, right, the more you can't deny that there is something to this. The brain is going to find things for you. You're going to see things. And part of it is, guys, is really recognizing that when you're super focused and you follow the method to the T, that you become more aware. And so it's the awareness that you start to realize, oh, I never saw that before. I never thought about it that way. Oh, what's going on here? And then you have to take the action on what you're seeing, what you're aware of. And then that's when it all comes to fruition. So it's one thing, which I'll teach you in the webinar. It's one thing to be like, oh, wow, that's weird. That was a coincidence. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't a coincidence. It was meant for you to see, to be aware of. Now, what are you going to do about it? I'm encouraging you when I'm teaching you to say, okay, I'm going to do something about it right now, right? And take notes down or follow it up. You need to take the action. If no action, no manifestation. It's as simple as that.
Patricia, I'm such a big believer in all of this. I started this group knowing that collectively being in this positive atmosphere, it was going to help me. What I did realize is I can't do it alone. Like, I needed that support from someone that's going to say, you got this, you can do this. And let's get, what do you really mean by this? And let's get super focused. So that's how it's helped me. And I think it's just phenomenal. And I would not be doing my job if I didn't share it with everybody on this page, because I have to tell you, I mean, we have a lot of followers, not everybody posts, but we have some super, super fantastic people that are in that same mind frame that I know could do phenomenal things and just need that little extra kind of clarity and push. So I think that if they don't jump on, they're really doing a misservice to themselves. I mean, it's you guys got nothing to lose. It's an hour of your time. Jump in, hear all about it. It will be life-changing for you.
Yeah, and what's the worst that can happen? You're going to have fun. You're going to learn something new, right? We always have a good time.
Yep.
We laughed a lot, right? And
Yep.
they're going to get your questions answered, and you can see for yourself. Be your own judge. Afterwards, again, like I said, you could try it on your own, or if you're really interested, you could try it with my guidance. I'll show you exactly how to do it, like Chris did, and then from there, listen, personal growth, personal development is all about investing in yourself, right? Whether it's a free webinar or it's a paid workshop or it's working with a coach or whatever, reading books, whatever it may be, right? It's always about growing. And this is just one avenue, which I think is a lot of fun. It's super trendy. It's super cool. It's super fun. So what's not to like about it, right? And positive, to your point, like I love your little background back there, raising your vibrations. I love it. Love it. Because positive thinking, right, creates positive results. And so here's one little tip I could give you tonight. If you have that mental chatter going on, you have that negative thinking going on, we all have it. Okay. Don't let it kid you. We all have it. The difference between learning, like as a coach and then teaching my clients, is we know how to get ourselves out of the rabbit hole faster. Okay. So one of the things you could do immediately, if you find yourself going on and on and on, that mental chatter, and it feels like you're on you're a hamster on a wheel, what you just simply do is you say, okay, cancel, cancel. So if you start going on with this rant and raving, you just catch yourself and go cancel, cancel. Then you replace it with a positive thought. It may feel awkward at first. It may feel uncomfortable. You may be thinking, what the hell is she talking about? But the truth of the matter is, as you start to do that, you become more and more aware that you're actually thinking negative. And then you're like, why am I doing that to myself? I don't want to think like that. I want to think positive thoughts. Because how many times do you say to yourself, I don't want the drama. I don't want negativity in my life, but yet we're still thinking all
All
of
the
it.
time.
So we have to calm that down, and we calm it down by helping ourselves by a simple little thing. Cancel, cancel, and replace it immediately, because what you're doing is you're canceling out negative energy. And you know this, everything is energy. Everything. Okay. The pen I'm holding is energy. We're emoting. We're human beings. We're energy in motion, right? So everything is energy. This talk is energy. Your house is energy, right? So raising the vibration is key, right? So especially when you're starting to do that negative chatter, you're going down, you're lowering the vibration. So that's why you say cancel, cancel. You cancel out that vibration, you immediately bring it back up. Even if you're not comfortable and you're not sure how to do it, you just start with that. And eventually it'll feel like, an old hat.
My neighbors think I'm nuts because I find, when I get home from work, first thing I do is walk the dogs. I replay the day in my head. And of course, I'm always thinking of the negative things. And then I'm like, cancel, cancel, cancel.
Yeah. And it works. It's a really cool thing too, right?
Nuts. Yeah. And somebody just recently posted on the page, and I think it's phenomenal. It's really helping me, is perspective, right? So like, laundry, right? It's a big chore. I now I have all my kids home, and it's a lot of laundry, and it's, and then, so the post was like, laundry means you have family that lives home with you. And, having to cook means, you have someone to eat with at the dinner table. And so it's really a lot about perspective. And I really think that this method really helps put things into perspective.
Absolutely. So we're really talking about when we change our perspective, we're really shifting our mindset, right?
Yes.
And that's really what coaching, and you're learning that, right? It's really about shifting your mindset. So it's not like all this like hooey kind of stuff, like, oh, just changing our perspective. Like, how do you do that? No, you're working at that. You're really looking at things objectively. You're learning how to see things, hear things differently. That makes sense to you, because what's the choice? I walk around upset, depressed, angry, in a state of negativity all the time. Or you say, well, wait a minute, I want to be like that person. They're happy all the time. And it pisses people off, right? When the people are happy all the time, you're like, I want what she has. It's like, look, oh, that's a beautiful sweater. Those are beautiful earrings. Oh, that girl's really happy all the time. I want to be around her, right? So you start